Let me know if y'all can hear me. I just turned the mic on. Let's see who's in the building. And y'all might want to go ahead and share this. You may want to go ahead and share this if you would like for me to make a deal. I think I have a deal in store, but I need y'all to share. I need you to share. Let's see who we have on there. Finding her way. Hey, love. TMP Customs. What's good? Sean Fields. Latoya Jackson, which is Coach Toya. Amanda Miller. Sharon Wright, which is Coach Wright. Coach Sharon, as I call her. So it might be the right coach for you. What is it? What's the name of the business? Of your business, Coach Sharon? It has something to do with using the word right. Your last name, Wright, is right, I believe. I might be wrong. Let's see. Coach E, Erica Kane, admin of the Facebook group for Innate Creatives. Rona, what's good? TMP Customs. Yes, thank you. They did a great job on the thumbs up. Good job. Good job. Beta, hey, love. Ashley, hey. Express It Creations, hello, hello. If anyone happened to share this video to your group, you're welcome to use your affiliate link when you share it to your group. And also let me know if you shared it to your group and I will shout your group out. Coach Chrissy, let me know if you got my StreamYard link. I sent it probably around about 7:15. But I know sometimes it automatically sends the email to a responder. So especially after hours. So let me know if you got my email. Let's see. Hey, Davina. What's up, my love? Tina. Coach Deshanta. Hey. Libra. Coach Libra. Coach Libra, you did something special. You got people started on those MDF pay here signs and the fans that come with the stand. So congratulations on that. I see that folks are really enjoying that and are excited about it. Hi, Don, Christina, Dorothy, Alisa. Let me know if y'all can hear me because, well, maybe the comments haven't shown up yet. Graceful Creations. Hey, Tanisha, Keisha, Elizabeth, Tony from Barbados. Okay. We're going to be coming to see you soon. Don't worry. We are coming to them islands. You're going to have to show us around. Deborah, we worried about it. If you do, then we're gonna get that unemployment and turn it into some bread. Oh Lord, if you ready to get fired, I'm just saying. That's one strategy. All right, let's see. Kimberly, hey love. Tori, Denise, Christy. Yes, y'all hear me. Good deal, good deal. All right, I just want to say hello to everyone. Okay, so Coach Chrissy, whenever you get a chance to come on, I'm going to go ahead and showcase the Automizer that we're going to be using for Coach Chrissy's class. And then we'll get into the fact that you are actually not just going to design in her class, you're going to make the paper crafts as well. So we'll go to the course so I can show you where it's listed. And then I'll also show you exactly what materials you need for class. So you may have to go to the office supply store before you intend on doing class on Sunday, just to make sure you have the appropriate materials. That's what I'm talking about, Deborah. You should be trying to get that bread right now. I feel you. Okay, so yeah, we have all kind of cool exit strategies in this industry. Pretty much, you just get it how you can, right? and in a legal manner, of course. All right, so I'm gonna take you on over to this Automizer. I'll pull this video down. I like to have something just going up there just so that my head is not big, especially when I'm looking all like today's day. Like, whew. Don't get me wrong. I still know I'm the ish, but I feel a little drained, a little tired. But it's a good tired. Um it's a good tired. We've been working on some really great stuff. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you. Oh, Coach Chrissy's here. Hey, Coach Chrissy.
Hey, y'all.
This is the much anticipated class of like so far. Like I'm not gonna say I'm jealous. 'Cause I'm never jealous of love and talent. But I'm just saying, y'all showing Coach Chrissy love, and I love it. That's what I'm saying. So I hope that y'all, when y'all show her love, y'all come to class one time and be prepared, okay? Coach Chrissy, is that
Y'all get
let's see here.
Maddie.
Oh yes, we do have an announcement. E, are you gonna come on and announce the announcement? Because we have a couple of winners to announce. I sent you the StreamYard if you want to come on and announce it. Or we can wait until the end. Whichever one you want to do. Whichever one you want to do, Coach E. It's your world. I'm just a YouTuber trying to make it in the world. It's your world. You run things. You got it. And thank you so much for keeping things running while I've been on my hiatus. Because it's going to continue for the month of April, just to let y'all know. I'm doing a lot of training, not only just like personal development type stuff, but I'm also getting some things ready for you all. So in order to do that, I have to get in shutdown mode. So I'm going to do the Wednesday classes. No worries. I'm going to be here for Wednesday classes, but I have to limit my time that I'm not doing those building activities. So you'll be seeing a little bit less of me live. And then when May hits, we're going to be like smoking. Okay. I have some great things to share with you all and show you. But I'd rather show you better than I can tell you, because too often we end up getting wrapped up in these words. All right, so we're going to wait to the end. Coach E has spoketh. All right, so I'm going to go through this process right now with Automizer. Hopefully you all can see my screen. Looks like you can. And hopefully you all have shared. Let me see. So you will have to share my original post on Facebook. Let me see how many of you shared without me asking you to. And that's going to determine what number we have to meet in order to get this deal today. Let me see, because I'm tired today. So usually I have like a lot of energy and I just be ready to give away stuff. But when you're tired and you work real hard, you don't be wanting to give away stuff that easy, right? So just letting y'all know my mood. Okay. We got 14 shares without me having to shout it at you 30 times. That is definitely, that's better. That's better, y'all. I'm going to give y'all's props. That is much better. Okay, so we get 30 shares. 30 shares. Then I have a super special cool deal that after I get done showing this thing, I think you all are going to love. You share, it's go to my, you know what, that's a great question. Go to my personal Facebook and you'll see this post. I want you to actually share this live post. Uh-oh. I think I'm listening to it somewhere. I heard an echo. All right, there you go. So share the Facebook post. Okay. And then when you share the Facebook post, that count should go up. So right now it shows 14 shares. That's the only way that I could calculate it, because otherwise I don't like having to like calculate things in real time and see who the winner of things are. Like it's nerve-wracking to me. So I see we have 19 shares now. So we need 11 more shares. And I'm going to say 11 more shares before 8 8:30. If I don't have the 11 shares before 8:30, that gives y'all 15 minutes to get 11 shares, okay? All right. All right. Let me know if y'all hear any like sound issues because I thought I just heard something, but I might be tripping. Rara, you're gonna go to my Facebook page because everybody can get to my Facebook page. It's not private, and you're gonna share this post of the live video that we're doing right now. All right, y'all want this. Okay, it's 23 shares right now. 23 shares. Good deal. So let's go ahead and get started first. And that'll buy y'all a little time to get started on these shares. And I'm sure somebody is going to let me know in the comments when we've reached 30 shares, okay? All right, so I want to introduce you to this little old Automizer here. And when I say little old, I'm really exaggerating because it's a pretty big deal. We've been working on this for a little while now, and the starter pack has been released, so you all can start going through that. I will do a video step by step of how to go through those. I was just working out any little kinks or things we might find along the way first. All right, so you'll find that under your starter 002 pack, whether you got the vault or just the starter pack. You'll still see the starter 002, okay? And we're going to build from there because I actually have to train y'all how to use the Automizer just like I train you how to use Photoshop. So I want you to take it piece by piece and learn the functions of it. So then that way when we build onto it, we understand what we're doing and that we're not making super huge files for no reason. And we know how we can use this to our best ability, okay? So this just happens to be the party pack. Coach Chrissy has graciously put this together and agreed to not only teach you all how to design it. So in Coach Chrissy's class, you're going to design and you'll also print these out and assemble them, okay? So she's also going to give you some plays on how you upsell this type of stuff and what her strategies are. So you're getting design, you're getting hands-on know-how and assembly, and then you're also going to get marketing with that, like some marketing tips. So this is all around a great class to take if you have not considered it. I want you to consider it, and of course, the link for that, Erica, if you don't mind sharing that link for Coach Chrissy for the class. This class is this Sunday. All right. So I think every other weekend, we're going to do a class, Coach Chrissy. Is that right?
I think that when I have my microphone on, it's you can hear you. It's that I think that's the feedback you were hearing.
Oh.
Do
you have a phone? Do you have the phone near you anywhere where the volume's up on the phone or YouTube going anywhere?
Only the one on my computer. It's just my microphone for the computer and my camera from the computer. But
well, and sometimes the camera will have a mic and the computer will have a mic in that battles too. We got to figure that out. We'll get our stuff together.
Are you hearing the feedback now? Can you hear the echo?
I don't hear it right now. I did hear it before though.
Okay.
But I don't hear it now. So maybe whatever you changed actually sounds good.
Yeah, I did some tweaks on the settings on StreamYard and
okay.
I think that's good.
Oh, well, maybe you need to let us know those settings so we can forward them to Coach Corey. I know. She always
it has an echo cancellation in the audio.
Okay, well, maybe that works then. All right, I see Coach Chrissy getting some love right now. Rara says, hey, Coach Chrissy, my main coach.
Hey, girl.
And Coach E has shared the link. That is the link right there for, and is it for the specific class or is that that's the affiliate link, right? All right. So this particular Automizer, and I'm going to just go ahead and go through the demonstration. We're not going to go through all of the products. I'm going to go ahead and maybe go through two of the products just so that you see how unique some of your design layouts might be and how it's not always going to be one t-shirt design fits all. And that's really the purpose of the Automizer, because you could always just mock up your t-shirt design and put it on anything, right? But the idea is that some things will need to be laid out a little bit differently than a t-shirt would. So this one is a little more upgraded because we have the Just Did It design in there, which Coach Chrissy has definitely done some great things with this Just Did It design. Matter of fact, she got y'all requesting it on the Academy. So it is class number 172, I believe. 172?
Yeah.
Okay. So this might be a little familiar to the 172 class. So we'll go ahead and get into it. I'm actually going to start from the mock-up here. And I'm going to right click on the all over t-shirt front, and let's just double click there. You notice that it takes us to the mock-up. If you wanted to save this as a mock-up, Coach Chrissy, you could just go file, save as a PNG, or save for web. And I'll teach y'all that save for web function later on too. There's going to be some cool things we do with this. But if you ever wanted to do your Etsy store or your Shopify store or your website store, and you wanted a representation of every product that you offer with this same design, that's what this part is for, right? So what I could do is I would actually export these files, and I'll show you what they look like here. Okay, you'll notice that we have our source images. Then we get into, these are our design images. So I don't necessarily call them printable, although you can print from here. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to print from here. They are printable, but I like to print from a flattened file, like a PNG file. These are all editable files, okay? So that's each of the components that are editable. And then we go into the mock-up version. So you'll see we have the mock-up versions here, and they just pretty much have a transparent background so that you can save them however you need to for your stores. And then that's the water bottle set. Okay, so this is in principle how all of the Automizers will work. But the idea here is that you're going to have kind of curated packs that say, okay, if you're doing a party, Coach Chrissy's letting you know this is the basic party pack. Coach Chrissy, you want to explain why you chose these items for the basic party pack?
So I've been doing party favors for probably about 3 years now through my Etsy store, and these are primarily the items that are chosen by my customers. So these are primarily the ones that are chosen for both adult and children's parties. So children's parties, you kind of have some differences because you might have like the Capri Sun and stuff like that in there. But generally, these items are the ones that the adults opt for both adult and children.
So Coach Chrissy is not only showing you what you can do, Coach Chrissy is giving you some insight right now. How many of us would pay at least $100 to know exactly what items are going to sell, number one, from someone who literally is selling this stuff on the regular basis? I would pay for that information just so that I would not waste time offering 20 different products up front. When I'm trying to build a business, you want to niche down. You want to have a few products that you offer so that you can get really efficient at that process. And then you can kind of scale up or you can scale out. So in this particular instance, Coach Chrissy saying, hey, these 5 items right here, I know from experience, I can check my sales sheet, and I know for sure that these are the most requested items when it comes to the party scene, okay, the celebration scene. All right. And of course, there are some other things that you'll be adding to. There's the on the starter pack for the Automizer. If you have actually purchased the vault or the starter pack, you'll see there's t-shirts, pillows, all that other good stuff too. But this is specific to what Coach Chrissy is going to teach you how to put together and actually assemble these things. And you'll be upgrading all of these products to look branded for any event. So I want y'all to imagine graduation, birthdays, weddings, anything else you can think of, Coach Chrissy? Uh,
Anniversary, baby shower, gender
right.
reveal.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've done
Y'all should be taking notes right now. Taking
all types of events.
also you think of like you said, Coach Chrissy, you're doing a lot with the sports, right? So when they have their
Right. So
banquets
with
of
this,
appreciation. Mhm.
yeah, so not just for the banquets, but what I did a lot of sales on were signing day,
Mhm.
because they make those tables, they decorate the tables out for
Right.
signing day.
Mhm.
They have the coaches and different things from the other schools come in that are the university coaches, the college coaches, and
Mhm.
then the parents do the party favors and then give the bags away to like the coaches that come from the university and things like
Right.
that. So
Cool.
you gotta get yourself familiarized with those dates. When those dates
Mhm.
are coming up, you can contact. I'm big. I call the high school. I ask to speak to a coach. If
Mhm.
the coach is unavailable, I'll speak to his secretary. I even go to the school. Like I
Mhm.
go and talk to them, and that's been one of the upsides to me not being on the 9 to 5 anymore, because I get to
Right.
spend part of my day actually physically going out and marketing myself.
Right. Right. That, and you know what? I think that is, I know we like to get into the fun stuff, like the cute stuff, but really and truly, the meat and potatoes of what we do is our marketing and how our business will transcend in the real world as far as being able to make that dollar that we spend make more dollars. And a lot of times it's not how cute our design is, it really is. Now, sometimes it is how good your design is, right? And in your case, Coach Chrissy, you did say, hey, people commented that my stuff looked better than anything they had seen before. But really and truly, what got it to truly spread was the work that you put into it, in addition to the design. So it's a double edged sword that we have to make sure that we're using both sides of it. So Coach Chrissy is not only showing you how to design, she's showing you the game. And the game is, yes, you can design a t-shirt, but did you know you can upsell with all of these other items as well? Okay, so Coach Chrissy was the one that really I did the mega mock-up, but Coach Chrissy took it to the next level and added insight as far as what products sell and how she goes about selling that. And eventually she'll have some classes for y'all about doing contracts and that sort of thing, and setting up for these type of deals with the schools and organizations. So for right now, I just want you to know that you can do it and prove that you can do it. Because if you put this up on your social media right now, if you put this up on your Facebook, put this up on your website, or even send an email to a school right now, they would take you much more serious with something like this in front of their face when it's mocked up with their school and your logo. They will try to already form that relationship in their head, even if they even if it's just a parent you're showing it to, they will make sure they work it through the ranks, right?
Yeah.
And
And
they'll be an advocate.
a lot of the local schools, they have booster clubs, and most of the booster clubs have a Facebook page. So if you get on, Facebook, go in your
Mhm,
local area,
mhm,
start just typing in those schools, type in the school district. Most of those booster clubs, parent teacher organizations, they have Facebook pages and or Facebook groups. So, get on those, get in those pages, get in those groups,
mhm,
and start, get your mock up together, put it out there and say, hey, contact me.
right.
Or go in there. What I did was I said, hey, I need a senior athlete, a male and a female. Give
Mhm.
me some names. And, that, and it went from there.
There you go. So I want you all, like, if y'all are getting anything out of this content, make sure that y'all give some feedback. Let us know. Drop some gems, drop some hearts. let us know. We don't expect you to use a super chat feature because we'd rather you take that money and invest it in one of the classes. So I know that y'all like to show love that way sometimes, but it shows us love that you're investing in yourself and you can actually put it towards one of these classes. And I guarantee you will feel just the same and even better. Okay. So let us know. Yep. Okay. Well, we're getting the love. We're getting the love, Coach Chrissy. I want y'all to be taking notes too when Coach Chrissy is talking about stuff like this, like strategies for how she's actually building her list. This is not just something that should fly over your head. It should immediately be something that you jot down because these are ways that you're going to start going into your community and getting some real deal jobs and contracts. Know a lot of times we might start off doing stuff for like, a birthday party here and there for a family member, but essentially you want to scale your business. You want it to be able to replace your 9 to 5, or you want it to be bigger than your 9 to 5. So in order to do that, you have to start with strategy. Okay. All right. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and get into changing this up. It may struggle a little bit because I'm doing the live stream, but y'all forgive that. If it's acting a fool on us, we're just going to talk in between time. But I did show y'all this is the mock up here. And now from the mock up, we're going to go ahead and open up the graphic design here. Now that graphic design is actually to scale for a 36 by 44 print. So if you can imagine, this is going to print the scale of the all over shirt. So we're going to change some things from here. We're going to go into, well, first thing that we're going to do is just right click and we are going to update all modified content. That's just going to make sure that everything is fresh and connected. Yes, this class with Coach Chrissy is only going to be for these 5 items. But these 5 items, if you don't have if you have the vault package, then you got it probably at a very good deal. You got an excellent deal because what's going to happen is every time we unlock items, those items are going to be added to your vault. So this is probably going to be added by Sunday when the class releases because I don't want to release it before the class. So these are some things that you all are going to do with Coach Chrissy in that class. All right, so let's go ahead. We have a foreground, and this looks a little familiar, right? Foreground and background. Foreground, background there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change the background first. So let's go into the background here. All right, and in this case, we need to update some of the items here. Now this, you know what? I think this is my wrong file. Hold on a second. I might have opened the wrong one. And I think I did. Let me go ahead and update this one. I have like 20 versions of this thing laying around here. So I have been working myself crazy doing this. Let's see. What's a party? Open it up and link it. All right. And when I send it to you, it'll have all of these things already linked in it. I think what just happened is I just saved another version of it to do for the live so I wouldn't mess up my original. And now I'm having to redo everything. All right. So let's go ahead and do. This is not the right one.
So while you're relinking all of that stuff, let me take opportunity to just while we're on live say something to the group. Y'all, I am gonna have to scale back on my one-on-one sessions. Um, I just like Shannon has her A1 day ones. I now have a group of A1 day ones for my one-on-one sessions, and I'm gonna be getting with Shannon about doing some group sessions, some classes, and things like that because I do want to help every person who reaches out to me. I do want to answer every question that is posed, but I have three different platforms that I am doing business on. I have my Etsy store, I have my Southern Girl Creations website, and now I have my graduation collection website. I'm doing in person sales. We are setting up at the local schools. So I am extremely, extremely busy. And sometimes it takes me a little while to answer back, but I do try to get to everyone, but I am going to have to take some step backs from some of doing one on one. So I still want to be able to give y'all some of my time, but I'm going to have to start doing that in group settings because I'm working around the clock. I'm literally probably getting maybe 2 to 3 hours of sleep a day, maybe. So, I did want to take the opportunity to say that while we were on the live for anybody who plays it back. You know, and if I've missed any questions or messages, please, you know, don't charge that to my heart because I want to help each and every one who reaches out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I know that that's genuine because it really is a testament to how much you really care about what you're doing, because I know that you've actually taken off from things that you know that you've had to do, like things that are scaling and things that are making you a lot more than what teaching does, but you teach because you love it and you want to actually show people how to make their own money and stand on their own 2 feet and grow their businesses. So it is a passion. So that's why I say, if you have an opportunity to do a group class, while the group classes are small, and you still get that one-on-one attention, but you just get it in a small group setting, that's more than likely. And that was my suggestion to Coach Chrissy, because I know that and a lot of the coaches are starting to get booked up as time goes. And the way that works is you could help 45 people, 4 or 5 people at one time, the same way you can help one person if you're going over the same skill tasks and the same type of projects. So I want y'all to keep an open mind about that. And then a lot of times, instead of paying $60 to $100 per hour for someone's help, you get to pay, in this case, for Coach Chrissy's class, you get the Automizer with the class, which basically is almost an even exchange. The class is worth just as much as the Automizer, and you're getting them both for $200. And if y'all share, there might be an additional deal later on to the folks that stay on at the end. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I just want to let y'all know that this is really the real deal. It's really worth it. I want you all to have that compassion and understanding that we are humans too. Although it looks like we're doing a lot of technical stuff, we have a capacity, and we're doing our best to serve everyone. Okay, so we put love into everything that we do, but we also got to put limits into everything. We're learning that we have to put limits into
Mhm.
everything that we do too. We're learning just like y'all are learning. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
my customers are very demanding, very
Oh
demanding.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I spend most of my day um doing customer service, answering
Yeah.
questions and emails. So
Right. And that's where a lot of times you all are going to come in and be able to help too, because real deal, that's where we need assistance, because we're only at able to offer so much in a given day. So if you all can help answer questions for one another, that's why we have a community. That's why we really built the community, is so that we can help one another. And then all help doesn't have to come from the source. We can help one another. And then that way it makes it easier for the source to be able to offer that help. Okay. So let's not wear Coach Chrissy out, is the moral of the story. I need her. I need her. All right. So I need to relink some stuff on my background here. So I'm going to go ahead and change out the foreground right now. And let's see, we have some colors that we want to change out here. Let me see. Do I have? Uh-oh. I already know how
Just-
that goes.
yes.
Okay. So I want to show y'all something. We have the traditional, and what I'm trying to do now is get you all in the mind frame of no matter what layout you're doing, you can be pretty consistent with these things. You have your top text, your bottom text, and some accents, photo, and maybe a background or something. So when we start designing in those principles, we start to understand, okay, well, this could look like one thing, but we can totally transform it to another. Okay. So right now, let's see. I'm getting the echo again, Coach Chrissy.
Okay.
Let's turn this into maybe a wedding design. I think that'll be it. All right. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go into, instead of the just did it, because y'all will have the just did it and you can change out those features. But we're going to focus on this alternate, well, the main design, which is just dealing with the foreground, text, and background. Okay. So we're going to go into this one and let's double click on the congratulations.
Did the echo stop, Shannon?
I think so.
Okay. I think it had just like a little bit of lag right when I unmute the microphone.
Okay. Got you. All right. So let's say we're going to change this congratulations to, what was I going to say? Okay. And then it will still go with the just did it theme too, because let's say it's going to be a wedding, like a new wedding. So let's do always and forever. That's an easy one. Hopefully this font has an ampersand sign. There we go. All right, and I notice how the colors kind of extended past this. So I'm going to make sure that my text is within that color area. So now I'll just change that to always and forever. And I think I'm going to change the colors too. So you see, I have a photo here I think will work really well. If Shayana Gilmore is with us, this photo was given to me a little while ago. And I thought it'd be cool to show y'all how just because you see something graduation, it doesn't have to be graduation. So let's do this one. I think it's in my downloads. Oh no, it's on Remove BG. I haven't even downloaded it yet. So y'all know about this Remove BG deal. A couple of photos here. I think I'm gonna download both of them just in case one of them works somewhere better than the other. And
I like those. Those are good pictures.
yes. And it has a nice kind of neutral theme. So we'll go from like this crazy kind of colorful party theme to go into some neutrals with a little bit of peach color there. And let's see how we're gonna make this work. This is on the fly because I didn't prepare this, so y'all get to see it happen in real time. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in the image just for a moment. I forgot we can't hover over the icon anymore. They stopped that. I'm just going to drag and drop the photo here so I can pick some colors real quick. And I'm going to pick the colors with my eyedropper tool. So come over here, grab maybe that peach color there, let it go. Double click on the peach color, go add to swatches. Now I'm going to be going through this pretty fast because this is not the actual tutorial. This is just a demonstration, y'all. So please understand that this will be done where you will have the time and energy devoted to how you need to complete this in class. And let's see, I think I want to go with a brown, but yeah, I think I want like more of a lighter chestnut brown. So let's go add to swatches. That'll be my swatch too. And then I'm just going to go with two colors just to keep it simple. So we'll hit cancel here. So smart color 1, I'm going to double click there. And let's make that, I can do a gradient, but in this case, I'm actually going to do a solid color. And if I go over to my swatches, they're going to be right here waiting for me. So I also see them right here, 1 and 2. So I think if I had selected down here and not had one of these previous selected, I think it ends up at the bottom. But here we go. Let's change it to peach color there. There we go. And let's let that update there. And then our second color, let's change it to the brown color. And then we can even test it out right here to see which color we want. There we go. And I'm going to stay true to that color. Now that I have the color from the photo, I'm going to get rid of the photo because I don't want to have extra stuff in there. And we'll say yes to update. All right, so see how it updated the text and also the color there? Now, if I go into my words here, I can go into my first name. And when I right click and update all modified content, it should automatically change those colors up for me. And I'm just going to leave first name and last name there just because my goal is not to change out everything, just to show you how this functions, right? Same thing here. I will double click on the last name. And of course, here you would actually change the text out. And in this case, we're still going to right click and update all modified content. Uh-oh. All right, let's close this one out and say yes to save. Hey, Coach Chrissy, I'm getting a little bit of feedback. Do you mind muting the mic for me? Appreciate that. All right, now here's the thing. First name, last name are the same color right now. So if I want to switch it up, I can change which one's showing right now. And the other thing is you can change your blend mode. Matter of fact, that's what I do. For the bottom, let me do the normal blend mode so I can show y'all the difference there. All right. And it looks like it's displaying a little funky, but let me try something here. Here we go. Here we go. I think I like overlay right there. And let's see, let's go to graduate. Let's change that one up. And what I'm going to do for graduate is I'm just going to turn it off. So if I go inside of graduate and I turn it off completely, I'm still going to update the modified content. Make sure I save that. What happens is anywhere that I had graduate before will not show up anymore. And that's going to be important because you don't want to have to turn the eyeball off every time you design a different substrate. All right, and let's see. For the sunrise, sunset, I would click on that and maybe I'll say established a certain date. So before I do anything, I need to update my modified content, get rid of those exclamations there. And you can change the colors. I think since the text is so small, I like to keep it black there. And let's say established 2022. Let's use the move tool to get out of that. And for me, I'm not seeing enough contrast between color 1 and color 2. So before I go any further, let me see if I want to change one of these. I think I'll just let it stay white or silver. Either one of those is going to recolor it that way. There it goes. That looks better to me. And then let's go ahead and change out the main photo here. And I left you some wings and a halo there just in case you need to do that type of graphic. You just put the photo in there. I know we do a lot of memorial projects. Now we can drag and drop just like we did from the, what was it, the downloads folder or here. And I'm going to utilize this entire space. Make sure the top of the head is right up there at the top of the artboard. And we'll say yes to save those changes. Let's see how they update. Beautiful, and I can even move that up. And for our photo number 2, I'm going to place the second image, and then I can close this down. Now this one I'm going to need to fade off because y'all know I can't do the hard lines. So let's add a layer mask. Let's fade it off. And I'm going to bring my black to the foreground. And what I did was I used the gradient instead of the brush tool that time. You'll notice the gradient just gives it a consistent fade off straight across the bottom there. All right, now right now I don't see the photo too, but I can go ahead and turn the eyeball on here. And maybe I want to bring this opacity down a little bit. I won't really know how this looks on the background until I bring the background in, but we get a general idea here of how that might perform. All right, so that is, I'm trying to spend more time on this, but that's pretty much it. Of course, we can change out the accent here. And I'm going to bring the dove back because doves also work for weddings. So I'll bring the dove back in. Of course, we can put anything we want there. Or we can put nothing at all there. Okay, so this is that first design. I can go ahead and file, save. And I'm not doing save as. I just want to make sure it's saving in my appropriate folder before I actually save it. There we go. And then for the individual, I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. All right, so that's our foreground. And for the background, I think it was having a little miscommunication issue, and I think that's what it's doing right now. I missed and saved over the wrong background, so I'm going to have to go back to my original one, but we'll go ahead and make this one work. So we'll right click and we will update all modified content. There we go. And what it didn't save was it didn't save all my stuff here, but that's fine because I have my colors up top here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and fix this while we're in this. How about that? I was over here flipping files today. There we go. I'm just going to switch these out so that we have them all on the same page. And here I can kind of determine what's going to apply in which locations. Let's see. If I want to color everything, then I can use the color blend mode here. And it pretty much colorizes everything, but I have a lot of darkness going on right here. So let me change these blend modes right here to normal. And see which one I like. I think I like that. And then the black down here, I'll change these blend modes to normal. Here we go. So now we got a little bit of that brown going on down there. And I think I'm just going to make the whole background brown. Let's see how that looks. Or I might keep the white. Let's see. This is where you really get to play with your options. See that brown there? Kind of gives it like a little subtle antique look. I think I like that. They have the white coming in down here. All right, I'm going to leave this alone. I think I'm good here. I can change out my accent, of course. But what I'm going to do is just turn it off because it's a dove. And I don't have a foreground accent here. So normally I'll have like clouds or something there. Let's replace that. I think this one still has the cloud saved in it. Yeah, let's bring the clouds in. So for the clouds, I'm actually going to let them be white. There we go. So clouds are in place now. Let's update that. And this is optional. You don't have to use all of the elements. You can really get away with not doing a lot. But what I do is I kind of use these to bring colors back in, because sometimes you're doing a long banner versus a tall t-shirt, and you want some elements that kind of where you don't have to squish the background down. So what I do is I use very long horizontal foreground accents to kind of, and I'll show you that later when we do one of the long items there. So that's that. Let me go ahead and do the accent one here. And let's see, if I turn the dove on, does it look silly? No, it doesn't look silly. It looks good. All right, that's it for the background. Let's make sure that we save it. And let's see what that looks like. And really and truly, you can use the same layout for every single shirt that you do, and I guarantee it will look different every single time. All right, so we got foreground and background there. And then we're just going to right click and update all our modified content. So everything is updated here. And keep in mind, we didn't use all of our elements. Like we have a third and fourth photo we can use. We have the nutrition facts there that we'll probably use on some of those snack items, right? So we have some elements that we're not using. But in this case, you could see how you could modify those things so that if you wanted to use them, they're already in place. Like if you're doing a name number background here or a poem on the background, then you can modify this background or modify this smart object for the back of the design. It's called the foreground bag. So let's update all modified content so you can see what I'm saying here. All right, and then we'll go into the top text here. Maybe you want to go and put, Team Williams on the back, right? So you can do that custom name, but just update the modified content and it will change to the color scheme that we have here. So we'll go ahead and update that. And then on the back here, you have an option to do a number. The two common things, like Coach Chrissy is showing you the common things that she sees in ordering. I'm telling you the most common things that I've ever had to put together in design. So that's what the Automizer is all about. It's not going to be a solution for everything, but it's definitely going to be a solution for most things. And on the back of a shirt, usually what I'm putting is a poem or a number. really, it's that simple. So let me go ahead and update these and see if the colors change up. There we go. And on the back of the shirt, you can make the colors be whatever you want them to be. But in this case, again, because it's legibility that I'm seeking, I'm going to keep the black, and it happens to have a white glow around it. So you'll see that in just a moment. And just like that, we have pretty much changed everything that we need to change to update all of this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and save this one here, file save. And let's see if it updates on our mock-up of our t-shirt. There we go. So now we have the always and forever, but I want you to keep in mind still, if we want to use the just did it, that's within our foreground. And there's an alternate design here that says foreground alternate. We can go inside of that one. And let's go ahead and update modified content. Let's see what happens here. And this one might take a little more time, not that much more time. You see how it updated our photos there? And now it says just did it. So if I don't have 4 photos, then guess what? I can just turn these 2 off. And as simple as that seems, it is really, really that simple. Now let's see, can I take the grad cap off of here? I can. So just did it does not necessarily have to be for graduation, right? All right, so let's see, do I feel like I need to move these at all? I want to see that pretty dress there. I might even, for this one, I would probably go into resizing it and everything. But I want to tell you something about the Automizer. If you don't touch anything, it will always design everything pretty much the same. So if you go resizing stuff on the template, it will make it harder the next time you come in. So if you can bear with keeping it simple, you'll be able to get through these things. I'm talking about in a flash. Photo changes, color changes, team logo changes, especially you're talking about local high school, local kids. You're going to be changing those photos out really frequently. Keep it where it is and then see if you really need to change something, you absolutely can. All right, so I have my alternate image too, and there are going to be places where I use the alternate image. Then there may be some places where I use the main t-shirt image, okay? So for this one in particular, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with that. Hit yes to save. There was one more thing I wanted to show you that you can do as well. I know y'all see this happen a lot. Is you can actually go into the text and arch it. That's the arch, and I think usually we use arc. And I just like to bring it down because I don't like when it looks all stretched out. But, oh, that was the wrong one. That was the first name. Yeah, get me out of here. I want to do the always and forever. Double click on the T. I'm going to arch it a little bit right here. And my goal is to pretty much show you that you can do some minor edits here, but get some major results. And you see here my smart color isn't covering this all the way. So I'm going to go here, Control T, and I'm going to make this color come down just a little bit more. I hear you, Photoshop. All right, so when I close out here, now when I see that change, it should arch my text up there. All right, so I'm happy with that design. I can keep playing with it all day, but I don't suggest you do that because your time is definitely valuable and you want to be able to move through these things in a very efficient manner. Okay, so my shirt design is designed here. If I save here, it is also going to update on here. And then if I save this mockup, it should also save on my mega mockup. Let's see if I do file save or control S. I just did control S. You see how it changed on here? So the idea is that you should be able to mock up individual products, your mega mockup, and this is your actual design file. So you can do this right now. You can file print this right in here, right now, and it will be the size that you need it to be for your customer. All right, so we're going to go into back design real quick. Now I'm going to move to this a little more quickly. We're going to go update all modified content, make sure that it's linking everything properly. Yes, if you don't have the proper functioning computer, Photoshop needs its resources. So while I'm working through this, let me tell y'all, Photoshop says you only need 8 gigabytes of RAM. Maury determined that is a lie, okay? You need at least, I would say 16 gigabytes of RAM and at least half a terabyte or 500 gigabytes of hard drive space. I used to have 250 and Photoshop easily ate that up. Ate it up. So whenever they give you the minimum requirements, just understand you're not doing minimum work. These are huge files. Do y'all know that some graphic designers have really huge desktop computers just to be able to accommodate doing graphic design like this? You're talking about doing large scale graphics. You need a computer that can handle it. And I used to, try to baby y'all and tell you maybe you can get away with this, but no, this is your craft. We can invest in a bag, we can invest in a car, we can invest in our computers because these computers are going to make us money. Okay. So did y'all see how the background and everything just automatically updated while I was talking? Thanks, Bethany. Bethany says the Automizer is such a game changer. I love it. Thank you, my love. And okay, that's updated. And like I said, as you're going through these updates, let's say you're actually creating these designs for your store, you will see how these assets can be used to design your store, to also be product images that go with whenever they select a color. Maybe you want to show them what it looks like in the peach color. Boom, you have that as a product option. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see how fast we can change out these other items because I said we weren't going to change them all out, but maybe I lied. All right, let's go into the 13 by 19 shirt. Now I want y'all to keep in mind, I'm going to go ahead and update modified content. Remember we had the just did it version, which was our alternate. Now the alternate is not going to show here. Whatever I chose as my all over design is going to show here, but I have this individual folder here. The individual folder collects all of the little individual files that we use to make up the big image, but it's there so that you can use those accents and you can use those text boxes and things that you created to create an alternate look. So let's say for the 13 by 19, I want to go in there and I want to find my alternate foreground. So my alternate foreground was the one that said just did it. Let's see, where is it? Did I not put it in here? Well, alt foreground. Oh, I know where it is. It's inside of my foreground. But I had alt. Let me go ahead and drag it on here because like I said, I messed up and there it is. All right. So it is officially in here. And then I'm just going to drag a version down here. Turn it off. So I'm going to turn off the regular foreground and turn on the alternate foreground. And then, of course, you can determine whether you want to have the layer mask in the background or not. That's right here, the 13 by 19 background. All right. And I'll leave it on there just for the sake of adding a little color back there so it doesn't look like a white shirt. But let's go ahead and we're going to leave this exactly as is. Now, all of these elements, if you really want to, they're in your individual. So I could add an extra dove. I can bring it up here. I like to make a copy of it and bring it up top. So that's what those extra elements are for. But keep in mind, anytime you do something extra, imagine that this is supposed to be your ticket to getting out of doing extras with your design, right? If that's supposed to be a ticket to getting out of doing extra and you start doing extra, then the extra is going to be on you, okay? So what I tell you is to keep it simple. And in this case, we'll go ahead and turn it off. We still have some accents in the background there. I'll go ahead and turn that off. And I'm going to turn the entire individual folder off because we're not using any of the individual elements. But yeah, let's go ahead and save this out so we can see what the difference is between the Just Did It design and the all over with the standard foreground design. There we go. Let's close out of this and hit yes to save. And surprisingly, the system is going pretty fast considering that I'm live streaming right now. So knock on wood. That's not the sound effect for knocking on wood. I did. That's like, I don't know. I'm tired, y'all. I'm over here making fish noises talking about knock on wood. But that just goes to show how dedicated I am, how much I love y'all. I did get a little sleep last night. Thank you to all of you all who stayed with me last night and did the troubleshooting session. We had a good time, and it actually allowed me to get some rest last night. All right, so we're just updating the back design right now. I think whatever pops up, we're just going to keep it as is because I showed you that there are some things you're going to do to change things around. All right, and then we're going to get on to doing one of the treats. And I think that's going to be it. Just to show you that it can be done and it will be done this Sunday. All right. So a poem and name back there. You can even just take the poem off and just the name across the back. All right. And let's say that looks a little plain. Then maybe I'll go back and add my layer mask for the back. Just to spice it up a little. And in this case, also, because that's a remembrance poem, let me go ahead and take that off because I'd rather put the number. Maybe the number could be 22 since it's the year that we will be pretending that the couple is getting married. So I'm going to put 22 here. And maybe one person will have 20 on the back of their shirt, the other person will have 22, and then it'll spell out 2022. But I'm going to take the poem off nonetheless. And you'll notice that when I take the poem off, I'm also going to have to update the back of the all over design. All righty. And with the name and number on there, I'm actually going to turn the background off. All right, so let's see how this translates into something that is not a t-shirt. So we did both shirts. Okay, that looks good. So you're kind of given some options there, right? Now let's go ahead and let's do the chip bag. And if y'all remember, we did a chip bag back in, what was it, class number 140 something? Let's go ahead and update all modified content. And then here, we're going to do the same thing, right click, update all modified content. Anytime you see one of those little caution symbols, Photoshop is warning you that something may have changed in your smart object that you need to update. Now, if it's red, normally that means it cannot locate the file. So something happened to where it got misplaced. And we did see last night on a Mac computer, when it extracted the files, it put the one file in a totally different place than all the other files. And we need all of the files to be in one folder for it to work properly. So we were able to understand that the Macs may have that issue. All right, so this is it. I didn't do anything. It took my foreground design, put my facts right there. And of course, you can edit those nutrition facts. Right now it says grad facts, you got B-Day facts and Jesus facts. But either way it goes, these are all editable. So maybe you want to change these to love facts or wedding facts or whatever you want to do there. and change that out accordingly. That's your prerogative. I'm actually not going to save those changes because I don't want it to be confused. All right, so that's it. And of course, you can change the message here. You have your design. And like I said, you have some individual elements that you can play with and change here. So maybe you want to put an accent here and an accent here. But if you just keep it simple and clean, you don't have to do any of that. Of course, I'll show you real quick how we can take one of our accents from here, turn the eyeball on, and maybe, and what I do is I alt click and drag so that I'm not just pulling it out of that folder and changing it up. I'm keeping my stuff, whatever's in here, and then I just alt click and drag. As a matter of fact, let me lock this folder up for y'all because I like for the individual to be locked so that the most you can do is alt click and drag it, and then you can unlock it if you need. If you really need to, you can unlock it. Okay, so we'll leave that accent there. I think that works well. And if I wanted to change out this text here, I could just change the name there. All right, so that's it. We can close out of this one, say yes to save. And of course, you could put patterns and different things into the borders. I'm just keeping it simple with your smart colors. You can change which colors go where too. Okay, so you can switch that up. I'm leaving it block style so that you know that you can change it. You don't think it's just stagnant there. Now, if you don't want to put borders at all, guess what? Turn the borders off. And there you have it. Okay, but I'm going to show you with the borders on. You see how it gives it a nice little edge there, a little contrast? There you have it. All right, so chip bags updated. You would do the same thing for all of this stuff. Now, one thing I do want to show you, something very complicated, like let's say, for instance, the Hershey Bar, okay? The Hershey Bar is not a very simple thing to design. And you'll notice that it doesn't have the same layout. It doesn't have the just did it there, right? So this is the idea. When you're designing stuff like banners and long items, you may or not be using the same orientation. So sometimes you can use those same elements to design something that coordinates, but does not have to have the same layout. All right, so I'm going to update all modified content because obviously I couldn't do it while I was talking. I don't know. Let's see how things update. Now it's going to automatically choose some colors for you, but you'll have some options that you'll be able to switch out based on the smart colors that you selected. Now let me just check in on y'all, see if y'all have any comments or questions. Thank you for sharing that link, Bethany. I appreciate it. All right. I appreciate it. I love when coaches support coaches. I love it. All right. So what it is here is this background is actually repeated a few different times. So y'all have to understand that the type of energy and thought that goes into this thing for y'all is to really create dynamic images that change based on the environment that you need them. So you need this to wrap around a Hershey bar, right? So now we're talking about 3 landscape or almost, landscape banner sizes, but we modified the background to make sure it works for you. Okay, so of course you have your always and forever, first name, last name, same elements. They just update it based on the original design. Do y'all see that? And let's say we have photo 1 there, but let's go into our individual folder. We can find our photo 2 if we wanted to. And I'm going to alt click and drag a copy up here. Turn it on. And maybe I'm trying to see how I want photo 2 to go. I definitely don't want to cover up faces. Maybe I'll put it there and do a low opacity again. But you see, you have options there. And you don't have to go exactly with what my layout suggestions are, but I suggest you do. All right, so this photo 2, it'll be back behind there, of course. And you can turn it off, turn it on, whatever floats your boat or finds your lost remote. Now, keep in mind, you also have other text layers. So if you wanted to put the established 2022 on there somewhere, then Alt click and drag it to the top. Turn that eyeball on and move it to where you want. And in this case, I'm not too thrilled about having it anywhere, but I'm just letting you know that you can use it. I'm going to delete that one. All right, so everything in my individual folder, I have taken out what I wanted. I'm going to close up my background because it looks a little messy on this one because there's a lot going on here. All right, so now I can save this. And before I close it, I'm going to make sure that it updates here. Boom, did y'all see it go from graduation to wedding? Just that quick. I'll go ahead and save this one, Control S, and watch it change on my mock-up. Probably need to close a couple things down. All right, and notice that the chocolate bar changed. So the same thing is going to be true for the gift bag. The gift bag actually has an option to change the color of the bag too. The Rice Krispie treat is there, but you can also, maybe reimagine that as any kind of treat that you would put in that type of bag. And of course, the water bottle labels. Now, if you don't see the entire layout for the water bottle label, so maybe you want to see what that looks like. That is a very unique layout. And this layout is much different from our t-shirt layout because it's super long, right? So we'll just update all modified content. And like I said, if you keep it simple and design the basic shirt to begin with, then you will not have to do much adjusting at all. You may just have to inch something up just a little bit, or if you wanted to change a font, change a color, that sort of thing. That's the most you'll have to do. You see that? And now I don't have to do anything to this label. I'm gonna go, you know what? This one I'm going to do as is. Can y'all believe it? I'm not gonna change anything, but I am gonna go ahead and do Control S to save. We'll go to the water bottle product. Boom, dilly, boom, boom. There it is. Now, what I might want to do is because, I may want to show a little more of the photo because this photo is more narrow than the other. I might bring that image over just a little bit just so that it previews better. I said I wasn't going to change anything, didn't I? Did not say I wasn't going to change nothing. So I'm gonna leave the rest of it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. And I see that I do need to put my individuals. Let me put that on my list. Put my individuals in my water bottle. Individual and water bottle. All right. So other than that, I think it's all good to go. Now I said I wasn't going to design all of these, but y'all see it really doesn't. Once you get the groove of it, it doesn't take any time at all. So let me just show y'all how I can show out. Update all modified content. I am not going to change a thing here. And then I'm going to go into the graphic. So see how it changed the color of the bag there? Then I'm also going to go into the graphic. Update all modified content. And these take a little while longer because it has the individual files in there. And I don't know, I might change that to where it doesn't have the individual in each one because that's what takes it so long to update. If it just had the foreground and background, man, this would be so simple. But the problem is sometimes you need other elements. So I'll see how I want to do that. But that's it. Let's hit yes to save. There's your gift bag. Yes to save. All right, do y'all see how easy that is going to be once you kind of get it figured out? The Rice Krispie treat is a little difficult too because it has 3 long sections. It looks like one big thing, but if you make it one big thing, you won't see all your colors and all of your elements. So we kind of had to fade it into 3 different backgrounds. Let's right click, update all modified content, and whatever it says, we're going to keep it this time. And let's see if I can keep my word this time.
Shannon,
Yes, my love.
on that Rice Krispie treat,
Mhm.
those images on the bottom need to be flipped
Flipped
upside.
upside down. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that right now. Well, when this finishes converting. And is that just on that one? Because I changed the Hershey's one sideways just so we wouldn't have to deal with that.
But yeah.
Because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like if it's sideways, it doesn't matter. Um,
Right.
and we were able to use the nutrition facts, the tall one instead of the
Instead of
editable.
the
Mhm.
little
So
long one.
what happens is when you start designing like this, you get a lot more efficient with your ideas. You know how we
Mm-hmm.
have all these grand ideas of like, yeah, I want to throw a splash of this here and that. Yeah. So now I'm thinking like a computer. Like I am RAM. My brain is RAM. Right. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to preserve all this RAM like Photoshop like to take up. Okay, so that's that. So take these three here and we're gonna place them all upside down, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the barcode and Control T. I'm going to turn it 180 degrees. Boom. Right click on the nutrition facts, Control T, and let's do 180 degrees. Boom. And then the text here, right?
Yeah.
I got to hit enter to lock in my transformation. And then the whole thank you message is going to get flipped upside down. Oh, no, let's just do the words because that's going to change that. Control T, and let's do 180 degrees. And there we have it.
Okay.
All right. Look at me. I'm getting coached from the coach, trying to give me these good old pointers because you already know you done assembled plenty of these things. You know exactly how it's supposed to be. Now,
Mm-hmm.
you suggest putting anything up here because the graphic can go taller. I just didn't want it to like wrap around and then cut somebody's head off.
Yeah, I try to stay from putting anything like,
It's the back too,
too
right?
much in there. Maybe sometimes I put little images or something, but nothing from the photos or anything like that. Maybe just little accent elements.
Now that means I need to flip this background too, huh? Let's see.
The one on the bottom, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So this one is what am I touching on? Right here. So let's do Control T and let's do
That one on the bottom and that one on the top.
one on the top here. Got you. All right. So that's going to be easy because that'll seem like it's more of a reflection of what's up top here. That's easy for my brain to remember. And then this one will flip as well. Control T. Let's do 180.
Jonetta, I put my actual QR code for my business, for my website on my
Mm-hmm.
Powdered Favors.
Yeah.
And my barcode usually says designed by Southern Girl Creations.
And then if they don't change
To the
it, you
backs.
know, hey, that's gonna advertise for you. If they don't look at it and say, "Hey, I don't want it to say that," then then and it is what it is. And I think a lot of times people are happy when you do this type of quality work for them. They're
Hmm.
happy to advertise for you. Like I'll put our information on the back of funeral programs and all, and people. I've never had anybody say, "Hey, take that off," you know, because that we don't want your name on our stuff. Like it's almost like it's a badge of honor when someone knows that someone of quality did the work for them.
Yep.
Yeah. So in here, like if I wanted to, I can change these. Like we don't have to keep the exact text here. We don't have to keep it in the exact location. What I have done though, is I've kept it in a way. I've kept it in a way that basically we can redo this time and time and time again, and you will probably not have to move anything, right? But if you notice that you need a different type of layout for whatever reason, you can get crazy with this just like you can get crazy with designing a t-shirt. The issue will be though, it might not work for the next iteration and the next iteration. So when you want to be creative, you have that reign. I would say do that with your fonts, do it with your colors, bring in your accent images. For this one, we have 4 different accent images you can bring in. So maybe you have some different images that you want to kind of design the space, but those images are optional. You don't have to use them. So I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible so that, like, literally, y'all look like y'all have been doing Photoshop for 20 years, and nobody will be able to tell you anything different. Okay. Of course, with the rectangles here too, you can choose if you want a different color to be there, or even if you wanted to drop an image in there. If you dropped an image here, and it would crop down to just the rectangle. So you may want to put a pattern there. I teach y'all how to make like your own little Louis Vuitton pattern. Maybe you want that there, or polka dots, or anything you can think of, right? So you can drop a pattern here and it would do just the same.
Yeah, I would do some of mine. I would probably drop in like glitter digital paper,
Hmm.
different
And
things
see,
like that.
and Coach Chrissy, those are things you can start offering like as a PNG and say, hey, well, you can drop this in and recolor it, right? Because if I drop glitter in right now, I would
Hmm.
be able to recolor the glitter the same way, right?
Right.
So those are things I didn't want to because usually I overcomplicate every template. So this is a pretty big deal, and it's a pretty big type of file.
Yeah.
The way that this file works, it almost works like a software. You know how you don't go into your folders for Photoshop into your system folders and change anything?
Hmm.
I don't want y'all to go into the folders for this and change anything. I want you to kind of go through the process and treat it like it's a software. And I believe eventually it will be something like that. But for right now, we're going to treat it like it is what it is and edit things from here so that when I make changes, it'll propagate those changes to the parent file. And if you absolutely need to, you may have to do a little relinking. I think this mock-up, I might have the mock-up a little bit off. Yeah, because we have plenty of space right there, but it's kind of cutting off there. So just in case though, I think I'm going to change the mock-up on here just a little. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I've got to unlink there. I'm going to inch it over just a little bit. Make sure those words make it on there. That's important. All right, so we got that done. Let me go ahead and lock that back. Or maybe I don't have to because it didn't seem like it did a bad deal for not locking it. All right, so there are some micro adjustments you may have to make, but I'm doing my best to make sure you don't have to do anything but design one t-shirt. If y'all could design one t-shirt and it designed everything else that you needed, I'm talking about banners, yard signs, things that aren't even sublimation, things that you could send off to the printer right now. Like you're literally, y'all are going to be printing with Coach Chrissy, and Coach Chrissy, what kind of printer are they going to be needing for Sunday?
It's a regular inkjet printer.
Regular inkjet printer, but
Regular ink, not sublimation.
there you go. And you're creating that from literally a t-shirt design. Like all of the
Right.
stuff that y'all are making, y'all aren't making any t-shirts, but you're going to make your t-shirt design first just so that you understand the concept of, oh, I can design a shirt, and it's going to design everything else.
Yep.
Right. I'm going to take this remembrance poem off the back here. And I'm going to take my photo too. I said I wasn't going to do anything extra. Uh, I don't know. I don't know how not to
You
be extra.
can't help yourself.
I
You
can't
can't help
help it.
yourself.
I just cannot. And I don't know when in the world, but that just seems so perfect. I mean, if there was a poem there, that would be so perfect. But we're going to take this poem off just because, um, oh, you know what? All I had to do was update it. That was the problem there. Because remember, we already took it off from earlier. So we're going
Mhm.
to update that. There we go. So now that still makes sense. And we have a little image there. Maybe I'll watermark this image. I got to do something. All right. Love it. Love it. Yes. Update. All right. So we gave y'all some good time, some good energy tonight. Let me see if y'all shared this thing because I forgot to check. I think y'all got it. Y'all got the 30. See, when I don't have to beg y'all to share, it makes me feel so much better too. Maybe we can offer some kind of great deal right now. Let's see.
Hmm.
Let's see. Coach Chrissy, what you thinking? What you thinking?
Hmm.
Because I'm looking at this class right now. You got a pretty full class. Let me see. Let me go back. So there is let's see, we have one, two, I think let me go back a sec. And Oh, yeah, we do have a pretty full class. We have well, it's 11 people in the class, and I never want to go above 20 on a physical class unless you have two instructors. And hmm, should we do 3 seats, Coach Chrissy? 3?
3. Mm-hmm.
Only 3? Only
Or
3 this time? Like not mess up this time like I did last time? Okay. Um,
or do 4 to make it 15 people. Since
okay.
you said it's 11, take it to
Okay.
15
Are
people.
you being nice?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so Coach Chrissy is going to authorize me to take this down for to 150. So it's gonna, instead of 200, it's going to be 150. Now let me preface this though. Anybody who's taking this class right now, you're literally getting the Automizer for free. D- Please understand that anytime we do a live class, the live class itself is 150 because you're getting hands-on help for 3 to 4 hours from a coach. So it's pretty much an intense hands-on session, right? Um, on top of that, you're getting this Automizer, and this Automizer is 5 different items that does not come with the starter pack. And each of those items,
You're getting this Automizer, and this
uh,
Automizer is sorry.
it's okay. Um, So this one is 5 different ones, and each Automizer is marked at $97. But y'all know I give y'all discounts on stuff. So if you're a member, if you're a VIP member, you get more of a discount. But a standard member is going to be around $33. So at $30 a pop for 5 of these Automizers, because these are individual Automizers, they just looking like it's part of a mega mock-up. Okay, so that would yield $150 right there just for the Automizer itself. So Coach Chrissy is essentially either Coach Chrissy's teaching y'all for free or I'm giving away this Automizer for free. I haven't been which one is it?
I think it's like a little bit of both.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We just, we split it down the middle. What's the difference? But I want y'all to know, if y'all were just buying this Automizer without a coach's help, it would be the price that it is. And if you were just taking Coach Chrissy's class on creating these items with, it would not normally come with an Automizer. So because Coach Chrissy was really the catalyst for getting this Automizer together, because y'all bothered her so much about doing the mega markups, we were like, well, there's got to be a solution. And we wanted that solution to be a printable solution, right? Because so many times you'll mock something up, and the way the smart mock-up was, you just put your foreground background on there and moved on about your business. But the foreground background didn't work for the ribbon. As Bernita said, the pesky ribbon. So the pesky ribbon, it doesn't work because it's really, slender and long. It doesn't work for like the Hershey bar because it's long. You can put your foreground and background on there, but you're going to be missing out. It's going to look awkward. You don't have the proper layout for that. So the idea that we could take one layout and modify it and make several different layouts is going to be a complete game changer. And that's why we say you're going to be able to design your banners, you're going to be able to design a table runner, a scarf, whatever it is that you have in mind to do. You will be able to take those elements and make coordinating items, right? So this is going to be great for your party favors, for team gear, like you're selling socks, shirts, hoodies, notebook covers. I don't know whatever you're going to be selling. You won't have to worry about how you design it. Okay. Oh, here's another little thing I want to show you too. You can go into this logo here, double click there, and change that logo out to anything. Let's see. I don't have a Southern Girl Creations logo right now. Let's see. Here, I'll do something real simple. I don't really do Nike checks like that, but I know I can easily find a Nike check PNG and just show you what happens to that logo when I place it in there. All right, so right click, save image as, boom diddly doom, and my downloads. Y'all, please don't start saying boom diddly doom because I don't know where I got that from, but it sounds real goofy and country.
Y'all have to go buy the class on the Academy website. I got a couple of my A1s in here. They just cash at me 150.
Oh, Lord.
I sent it back. I sent it back. Go on the Academy and purchase the class.
Yes, yes. But you know what? That's good. It's really great. And it's because a lot of stuff that we do, we are undervaluing a lot of what we do, but for people to appreciate it makes it that much, that much more worth it. Because I will tell you, we do a lot. I mean, we're rewarded a lot too, but it
Mhm.
does take a lot of energy to put into what we put into folks, and it's because we love what we do and we love y'all. All right, so put the Nike check there. Boom, that would be your logo. So I just did that because I thought it made it look all fancy and updated and whatnot. So I'm gonna take that off just so these folks don't try to get me. You ain't gonna be able to get me. There you go. There you go. I'm gonna go and delete that out the file. But just to show you that you could change that logo out too. So that'll be something cool for y'all to play with. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the discount right now. I have to make it active and I have to end it while we're on the live because otherwise I will forget. I have definitely shown that I am not the responsible one. Like basically, if I walk away from the stove boiling eggs, guaranteed I'm gonna blow them eggs up. Like there's gonna be no water. Like if I was boiling eggs, there would be no water left. There would be no egg left by the time I walk away from that stove because it will basically explode. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's
I'm
me.
at that point. I have automated all, like, I don't let Ebony walk in here and tell me anything. I'm like,
Don't.
go put it in the Google Doc
There you go.
in
So
the
I can just
sheet
read it. I
because
can
I
glance
will
at it.
not remember at all.
Mhm.
I will not remember.
And it's like anytime something verbal goes into my brain, it automatically interrupts a thought. And then I
Hmm.
can't get back, like it takes me 10 times longer to get back to that thought. So
Yeah.
I will go a whole day not talking. My jaw will be locked up because I hadn't like spoke a word all day. So that's the type of energy and love that we put into the stuff that we do. So please
Right.
believe it's real. It is so real. Okay, so I changed that price, and then anyone like y'all go ahead. Coach Chrissy's A1 day ones. Y'all go ahead and grab those spots. There will be Coach Chrissy says 4 spots available. So Erica, I actually said 3 this time. So I think I'm getting a little bit tougher.
Nikki, the
Um,
class is Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central.
And no, do not use the coupon code. I just manually took the price down. If you use a coupon code, then you will be removed from the class and your seat will probably not likely stand. Okay, so you don't want to have to do that because it takes time to do a refund and then you won't be able to get back into the class in time. So just no coupon codes, no coupon codes. Anytime we have a live class, that's not, as a matter of fact, we're not even doing coupon codes on the Wednesday classes anymore. The VIP members just have a link that automatically takes it to them to there for free. Okay, so we're doing away with the coupon codes for any live class. And it's because although I have discounted a lot of my time, now that I'm bringing other coaches on, I can't make them work for pennies like I've been doing for live classes. But the live classes are really great. We'll have replays of stuff. So if you can't do the live class, then maybe you catch the replay of it. And the replay is usually at a discounted cost. But the actual live class is definitely it's worth it if you're one of those people that when you run into a wall or you get stuck in the mud, you need somebody to immediately pull you out so you don't get frustrated and punch your computer. That's the type of help that you're going to get with the live sessions. Okay. And in this case, Coach Chrissy, I said, well, which one of these items they're gonna make with you, Coach Chrissy? She says, we'll do all 5. I'm like, what? So when I tell you you are in for a treat, like literally treats, pun intended, y'all are definitely in for a treat. Okay. Rah, what's going on, baby? I will make sure that you get your seat. Okay. I'm looking at it right now. I am refreshing my screen.
I
And then
wanted to make sure that y'all could leave my class and go and do a party favor pack. When you leave my class, this mock-up that you see right now should be complete with images that you have selected prior to class and have ready to go for class. And when you leave my class, you should be able to take that mock up and post it on your social media, on your website, on whatever platforms that you are selling on, and start selling.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm telling you, the way we operate is we rather teach you to fish than sell you the individual fish. Because we've had some of our members even say, "Hey, Coach Chrissy, how much would you charge me to listen?" I'd rather teach. And the thing about it is, it sounds funny, but that's how our hearts work. Like if I know you can do it, I feel bad charging somebody something that I know they can do it. So if I tell you you can do it, it's not me blowing you off. It's me saying that I know you have the ability to not have to pay me $200 for one hour design, or I know you have the ability to not pay me $200 for something that literally would cost you $5 in materials if you just sat down and took a little time to learn it. So take that $200 you would have given me, put it into this class, and teach yourself that. And for that one-time $200 fee, you will teach yourself how to do this for a lifetime. Does that make sense? So that's how we're operating. All, I can't even say 2022, all for the future. Is
Yeah.
we're going to show you how to do it yourself and make sure that you're equipped so you can go out there and you can take on the world. All right, Rara, did you get the link, love? And I might need someone to share the link with Rara real quick. Go ahead and get you in there, babe. Because we said, y'all cash after.
That's all. I was like, what is this? I was like,
I
oh,
love
no,
it. Thank you, Bethany. Thank you, Bethany. All right, so this doesn't count. So Coach Chrissy has some people that she's going to teach the Automizer to, but I don't. This isn't going to be that type of class because this is not just the Automizer. She's also teaching how to do the party favors and going into great detail of how those, how those party favors sell and that sort of thing, the marketing aspect of it. So I can't just let her do that as your Automizer. So Coach Chrissy and all of the coaches, because I'm actually teaching the coaches how to use the Automizer right now. So as the coaches are learning their next step, so next week those slots should start opening up for and I think as soon as this weekend, this Sunday, some of the coaches are opening up sessions, and there'll be small sessions that you can come to. So for instance, if you have a Sunday at 3 p.m. And your coach has a slot open, you could come to that class, or you could just watch the recording afterwards. Okay. And then the coach's job is to make sure that you can complete a mock-up and that you post that mock-up to the Innate Creatives. So I need y'all to make sure that you're following up too, because basically I prepaid the coaches to help you get through this process. So you have to help participate by also showing that you're going to show up, be coachable, and also just post. All I'm asking you to do is post so that people know that you got it, so that I know that your coach helped you, and we can get on to the next iteration of all of this Automizer stuff, which is some pretty cool stuff we're going to be able to do with it. But we're going to go step by step, okay? Dee Dee, the Automizer is it is a set of files, and the way that they work, and the set of templates, the way that they work together is that you just design one image on a t-shirt, essentially one image, and then all of those changes that you made to that one template will propagate to different areas for different types of files. So I'll give you an example here. Let me show you. We have a mega mock-up that is available right now. The mega mock-up is going to include up to 50 additional items. So right now it's at about 15 items. And let me show you better than I can tell you. So this is a starter pack right here. Hopefully, when I open this up, it doesn't confuse my computer. But this is the one that we worked on last night. So these are some of the most common items. And Coach Chrissy, which of these items work for birthdays? Is there any of these that or parties? Like which of these might be
For
popular
the
that would go with it?
parties, of course, the t-shirts and the socks for the parties. Some parents now for my parties they're primarily kids parties.
Hmm.
The tumblers that they get, they're the kid tumblers,
Got you.
but these images still can be used and formatted for those the kids tumblers, like the little sippy cups and
Right.
those items like that, and those are popular for my kid parties.
Right. So what you might end up doing is taking some of the elements from the party and saying, okay, well now I want to add the socks here. And there are other elements that you may end up adding as we add to this as well. So I want to know what type of items you all are selling because that will determine what type of items we put into this vault because this vault is literally going to be a library of several different at least it should be at least 60 items by the time we're done with the vault. And then, of course, we're always going to be building, so we'll always be adding to that. So anyone that got to purchase the vault at $300, steal of a deal. It will never, ever, 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 ever happen again. That's recorded on YouTube. You got my word on that. Um, um, and then right now, you can't use any coupon codes or anything on the Automizer, or it is you can use your coupon code, but it's gonna take it to the same value. Okay, so you can use your coupon code on it if you are a member. It just will it will take you to about the same value. I think right now it's at about $600. It is also on the Innate Lab website. If you need a Sezzle option, you just have to make sure that once you purchase it, that you read the instructions before you purchase. It's highlighted in yellow, and it states that once you purchase it, you have to reply to your confirmation email. Your confirmation email is going to have your order number and all that stuff, and then you're going to tell us which email you want us to use for the academy because the Innate Lab and the Innate Academy are different. Some people have different emails. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So let's see. Any other questions or anything? Mm-mm. All right. So, so Rara, did you get in, love? Let me see. Rara, you probably just real excited, and that's what's going on right now. So I'll tell you what, Rara, just make sure that you message us um, on the Innate Academy website. It's like a little chat feature there. Let me see. I want to make sure before I get off alive tonight that I got you straight. All right, so we should be good to go now, y'all. So the file will unlock on Sunday morning, and you'll need to make sure that you have it downloaded. All you need for this class, the only thing that you need is one accent image and one photo. Okay, one accent image and one photo. And if you don't want to do a photo, maybe you're doing a character for your little one's birthday. Maybe you're doing a theme like a sports theme. So maybe you want to use a local high school's mascot. Just keep in mind that whatever you're doing, make sure that you can sell it by the end of this class. So don't just do something pie in the sky, right? Make sure that you do everything that you should do with intention, right? So if you don't do anything else, Coach Chrissy, give them some homework to research a local school and do what? What do they need to do with that?
If you research a local school, you want to get the logo from the school, and you can what I would do is see if you can find that particular school on Facebook. if they have a booster club, some type of parent teacher organization, anything that goes along with that school, just put that school name in, or even the if you can't find the specific school, put the district that the school is in. Somewhere they have a social media page, and just make a post on the page. Join, if it's a group, join the group, make a post on the page and say, hey, I'm looking for, a football athlete or a cheerleader or a member of the dance team or just a senior, period, that I would like to offer. Put you even if you take the image from the class and say and put that mock up on there and say, I want to offer one student all of these products. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Because sometimes um you know we say we don't want to work for free or we don't want to give anything away, but really and truly, um offering something quote unquote free really is it's free advertising for yourself. um it's products that you probably have already at home. It's
Hmm.
probably, or in your business, it's probably items that you already have. And you can pick which items it are. You don't have to offer everything on a mock-up. Turn some of the products off and offer what you want to offer. But that is the quickest way to start a flow of business your way.
Yep. So y'all have homework, y'all have strategy, y'all have a built-in project to do on Sunday that literally by the time you're done with this project, you should be able to generate a sale immediately as soon as you post it. And that I'm sure once y'all get done with all of that, you're gonna want to post it. Okay. So make sure that it's something that you are either have to do for a project, like a paid project, because this is going to help you knock down a paid project. Let me tell you this: if I were designing all of this stuff, I would charge at least $200 to design each of these different items for a customer, right? That's just me, because by the time I do graphic design and I do different substrates, the design fee alone can get can get bigger to do all of these different types of items. So if you're paying that just to learn to apply it, imagine what you can charge your customer when you're showing these mock-ups, because technically that could be a $50 design fee right there. And it didn't take $50 worth of time to design it.
Right.
So
And I
keep that
tell
in
you what, for everybody who signed up for my class,
mind.
I
Uh-oh.
will I will give you all I will give you all a template of the email that I send out to,
Oh wow. So
and
so
all you have
pre-marketing
to do,
material.
yes, is plug in your business name. I will also tell you that when you send out an email to a school district, you do not want to send it from your business email, because more than likely it will go to their spam or junk, or
Mm,
it will flag it. You want to send it from like your personal, like Gmail or something like that, because
mhm,
those emails go through to them because they have those open for like parents emailing in to faculty and staff. If you send them something from your business that they've never received before with a business email address, like with mine, it's Chrissy at southerngirlcreations.com.
mhm,
9 times out of 10, their system will flag it as a phishing or something like that and send it either to quarantine or
mhm.
to their spam or junk. So I will give you a template of something that you can send along with your mock-up.
So that's good stuff. And yes, Coach Chrissy will have some of the marketing templates and things. Uh, Coach Chrissy's job right now, she's wanted to kind of feed you a little bit at a time to get you to understand without overwhelming you. But when I tell you, Coach Chrissy has all sorts of things. She can teach silhouette. She has contracts for the schools and emails, marketing materials, all of that great stuff. And she's actually working on preparing that as packages right now. But this just happens to be the peak of graduation season, which just happens to be Coach Chrissy's like on demand, like crazy season. So we don't want to overwhelm her either, but we
Yeah.
are going to we're gonna get some of these resources. We'll get some of these in the classes. Okay. So Nikki, I'm not sure what's happening, love, but just message us on the site, see if an alternate card may work. If that's the case, if there's absolutely something that we need to do in the form of I don't think there's anything we can do for the cars because it's all we don't. This is when Coach Christian says automated. This is the most automated I've been with this academy, and I feel great. We still have to put in work, but we don't do any of the charging or any of that stuff. It's all automated. Okay. All right, love. So I hope y'all see that that we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And Coach Chris, you got anything else you want to say before we let them go for tonight?
No, I appreciate all of you who have signed up, and I will see y'all Sunday.
Sunday. All right. Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.